Today we're going to be talking about one of the most dangerous locations on planet Earth, apparently. It's on the corner of, I believe, California, and apparently this place is unbelievably dangerous. Anybody who goes there ends up disappearing. Their souvenir shop has I Survived t-shirts. If it's someone's birthday, they throw a search party. If you go in as a guest, you come out as a ghost. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this location is completely overhyped. I don't believe the hype at all. And when I listen to the residents or the locals of that area, they all of a sudden become creative writers. Every story is so unbelievably exaggerated, at least to me. And I don't know what is it about the locals or the residents there that mentally glitch out anytime you mention the phrase Murder Mountain. Because anytime you say this phrase, they have like this strict no snitch policy that is strictly enforced. Now, our homie Tyler Oliveira, he went out to Murder Mountain to see if there's anything murderous about a mountain that is named Murder Mountain, because he wants to go see if the hype is real. So let's go ahead and watch his video, a couple segments, so you guys can see what I'm talking about when I say that this is just completely overhyped and the people there are just getting carried away with the whole lore behind this mountain. So a bit of context, they call this location Murder Mountain because there were 2 serial killers operating in the early 80s. They eliminated 3 people. They're already caught. Another reason is because people go missing, because the forest is so incredibly dense, the terrain is rough. Police can't go out there and make the efforts to search for these people because of those reasons. And then lastly, there's a lot of illicit activities like smoking weed. Yeah, no, literally, that's like one of the biggest reasons. It's a part of the culture, apparently. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the video.
Murder Mountain, a remote area of California where hundreds of people disappear without a trace every year.
Before California legalized weed in 2016, countless illegal weed farms went wild in Humboldt, Trinity, and Mendocino County in this area known as the Emerald Triangle, the largest cannabis-producing region in America that supplied an estimated 60% of the country's pot before weed was legalized. But after legalization, most weed farmers were annihilated as legalization brought new taxes, permits, compliance, and large corporate competitors that achieved economies of scale, ultimately increasing the supply of weed, decreasing its value, and destroying the black market economy the people of the Emerald Triangle relied upon.
So in other words, the legalization of marijuana forced the owners of these companies that were operating in the black market to liquidate their assets. Some of them moved on, they moved away, and others, they stayed behind and they were completely decimated, both financially and economically. All right, but this is the point where we start to get into the characters, okay? Now, I don't know if they're telling the truth. For all we know, they can be telling the truth, you know, but I don't know that. But some of these stories are pretty outlandish to me, but again, I can't prove them wrong. Now, the first guy we're going to talk about is Darren Stalkup. Okay, this guy, he details a story about how they blindfolded him, and I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell you guys the story.
When I first worked on that farm, I was staying at a local hotel here in Willits. One of the maids, she barely spoke any English, and she saw our Trimmigrant signs, and she actually put us into contact with another gentleman named Jose, who drove us up to this one sketch house in the middle of the mountains, and then we got into a second car, and they blindfolded us and drove us here. Even though they blindfolded us, I have photographic memory, so as soon as I saw the local hills and stuff, I knew I was on Houck Terrace, not too far away from all the other pot farms I used to work on.
You have photographic memory, but you were blindfolded? My boy, the camera that you used to create these photographic memories, did you forget to take the lens cap off? Now, that isn't to say that he's potentially lying. I mean, again, we don't know. The fact that like he's describing this entire process, this situation, to me, I'm just like, all right, bro, it kind of sounds a bit outlandish, a bit like cap. But okay, you're not the craziest story out there, okay? Now, this next guy is a true diamond because he will never crack under pressure, man. He really, truly believes in a no-snitch policy. This guy, he could write a true crime novel and it'll flop because he will never reveal who the criminal is.
Have you been to Kovala?
No.
Okay. Have you heard of Murder Mountain?
Yeah.
What do you know about it?
Not much to talk about.
What do you mean?
Just not much to talk about.
You don't know much about it, or people kind of zip their mouths when they think about it?
We hear it, why talk about it?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Man, you suck as a witness, bro. This guy's the worst person to be on a team with when you're looking for Waldo. If a sketch artist asked him to describe what the perpetrator looked like, his face would come out blurry. Hey, can you describe what the perpetrator looked like? Yeah, so he had a circular face. And then just scratch out his entire face. Nah.
Hey, brother, question for you. I'm wondering if you can tell me a little bit of history about the town. Would you be down to tell me a little bit about the before and after since the weed legalization?
No, can't.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Too like sensitive? Or?
Another guy who truly believes in a no snitch policy. Like, bro, where are you guys coming from, man? Bro, like, is it part of their religion to believe in this shit or what? In every competition he participates in, he comes out in 5th place just to plead the 5th. Hey, when he talks in his sleep, he mutters, no comment. There's still some regular people with regular morals, with regular ethics that come out and, you know, they give a detailed history about what went on in the town
before.
Hey, but who cares about that though? Because I'm not here for regular interactions with people, man. If you guys want to know about the story, you guys can go look it up online or whatever the case is. I'm sure that somebody on YouTube has made a fascinating video surrounding the whole mystery of Murder Mountain. But we want to go ahead and just check out the more eccentric people. Like, for instance,
How you doing? Question for you, brother. You know anything about Murder Mountain?
You're fucking
Huh?
dude.
I'm a joke?
Yeah, Murder Mountain's a joke.
We're trying to figure if most of it's like myth or bullshit, you know what I mean?
Where you from?
I'm Modesto.
Okay, go back home.
hang on a second, bro. I know you're not just telling me to go home, especially when you're driving a Transformers, Decepticon fist, driving having ass, acting mental, idiotically special, not even on my level having ass, backwards having ass, bro. And don't even get me started on your lumberjack fit. You use campfires as scented candles. You don't even have a PS5. You still use a VCR with fucked up buttons that only take floppy disks. And you stink. Fuck out of here with that. All right, and lastly, we're gonna be talking about this lady. And holy crap, man, this lady is unbelievably. I feel like creepy is too strong of a word, but just know that I felt like turning off the video because I felt like she was gonna reach out for me. So first off, I want to go ahead and just advise you, if you feel any certain way, make sure that you properly assess that and then put it into words. And then I'm going to describe how I felt when Tyler was interacting with this woman.
We were talking to a gentleman out there about Murder Mountain, and he got pretty aggressive immediately. What's going on with that?
Hey, it's not over yet. I thought it was over.
Murder Mountain?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. How much of it's fiction versus fact.
Yeah, I don't call it Murder Mountain. I call it Adultery Point.
Okay.
Have you heard of anybody going missing lately or any bodies being found along the river? Have you seen Bigfoot by chance?
Yes, all three actually.
Tell us a little more.
My main thing is that there's a bunch of dead animal carcasses. As far as humans, you know, we always find out with humans. I mean, we keep track of our people. And then it just seemed to progress. Every time you go in the supermarket, it seems like there's fresh meat, you know? And then that freaks you out, like, is it humans also that are, you know, like, you know?
The meat was a little sweet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Listen, man, if she tells you if you could reach into the dryer for her clothes that she left in there, don't do it. This fucking woman will push your ass in there and turn that shit on. And guess what? I wasn't the only one who picked up on that vibe. Tyler and what the fuck is his name again? Darren also picked up a certain vibe from this woman.
You know, I've traveled the world. I've met thousands of people from all walks of life, from every corner of the globe, and I can't shake the feeling that that woman was a cannibal back there. You know, it's...
All right, cut.
No, but yeah, man, like it gave me such a odd vibe. I was thinking to myself, like, what is this, bro? Like, I feel like I have to watch my back and front. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of people out there that are just hyping it. I think the locals are just messing with Tyler. I don't know. I really don't know. But personally, to me, man, I think that the whole mystery surrounding Murder Mountain, I think it's overhyped. I do think that it is potentially dangerous, of course, like every other place is. But this one in particular, I think that the hype is just a little over dramatic. So yeah, I just kind of want to just go ahead and showcase to you guys the people that live there. And of course, it was a really fun watch. I highly encourage you guys to go watch them. Go ahead and leave it down in the description below. Go ahead and watch it for yourself. There's more to it. I didn't cover everything. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. That's all I have for you guys. And I'll see you guys next video.